Hello everybody. So today we are from 36th to 40th questions. Okay. So we'll see what is the 36th question. I just writing that. So 36 to 40 question we are going to see. So the 36th question is how to merge the sub data set to main Adam data set. So this is a important first step in case of Adam. So we have to macrotize this program. So I'll show you how to macrotize the program. So whenever you want to see supplementary data set has having some standard variables. Okay. So anyway, the supplementary variable has standard variable as per the implementation guide. So I'll show the implementation guide. Here you can see as per the implementation guide, these are the standard supplementary data set variables. So whenever you saw any supplementary data set, you can find only these variables. These are standard variables: study ID, R domain, use of JID, ID var and ID var val, QRAM and QLabel, QVal and QOrigin and QVal. So now we have to macrotize the program. Okay. So first of all, we have to take our main data set. Later, we have to transpose our supplementary data set and then again remerge to the main data set. This is a concept. Okay. So first, data equal to data 0. Okay. Set. We have to pick from the SGTM data. Here I am picking the SGTM. So we are going to do analysis on the A data set. Okay. Then just run the data set. We have to pick all the variables from the SGTM A data set. Later, sort the data set. Data equal to data 0 by subject wise, and this we have any VDS or any other data set, we have a sequence variable. So we have to sort the sequence variable wise. Okay, so this first step was done. And now we have to pick the variables from supplementary data set sub A set SGTM folder itself. Supplementary data set was, you can find, sub A. Okay, so we have to create the sequence variable now. So as per this one, so we have ID var and ID var val there, right? So ID var val variable we have to assign here. So here you can see supplementary data set there. So ID var val is a 1, 2, 3, right? So ID var val is a character variable. So we have to convert that into numeric variable because we are going to remerge with this AE sequence wise, and here supplementary ID var val. Okay, so AE sequence is a numeric variable there. So that's why I just converted this into the numeric variable. So AE sequence equal to input of ID var val comma register. Okay, just run it. We'll see one by one. Now you can see we just created two data sets that are, one is a data 0 is the main data set variables and all the 117 rows and 38 columns, and here sub A containing all the extra information which has not fitted in the main domain. They are created supplementary data set. Now we just created the AE sequence number numeric version. Okay. So now remerge with this one. So how to remerge? Just transpose the data set and remerge here. Remerge to our main data set. Okay. So for that purpose, here also we have to sort the supplementary data set in this way. The same way. Subject and this one. Okay. So now transpose the data set. Back transpose data equal to out equal to. So we are giving some transpose, right? So transpose this one. So what are the automatic variables whenever you use the back transpose procedure? Underscore name underscore label underscore. So we can drop those one. And here the by variables are subject and sequence number, right? So sequence number, ID is the QNAM, okay, and ID label is the Q label. Where is the QVal? Just run it and see. So these are the standard one. So we can use this code too. So here you can see T underscore sub A has these many observations. So all the ID where variable are converted into the column wise. Okay. So these are the observations are converted into column wise variable. Now we are going to remerge to our main data set. Okay. So data. What is our main data set here? Data 0, right? So data 0. We can give AE merge to data 0, and what are the supplementary domain? This one. Okay. So by variables are both the data set having these common variables. Okay. And run this. See now. Now we'll get all the variables into one data set. So along these variables, and these are the supplementary domain containing variable. So this is fine. So every time whenever you are going to use, every time we now need to copy and paste the code and pass the AE dataset, CM dataset, not like that. So we have to macrotize this program. So I'll show you how to macrotize this program and how to use this program to all the domains. Okay. So here, what are the common variables? So first you can write the macro and give the macro name. Percentage macro. Okay. So the macro name I am giving SGTM underscore some sub data set. Okay. So here I am calling the macro variable called data. Okay. So here this was the common. So I am giving ampersand data dot 0. Okay. So anyway, we are going to call this SGTM dataset and this is the dataset. Okay. So here I am giving SGTM dot data. Okay. After that one, sorting the dataset. So ampersand data dot 0. Okay. And supplementary dataset also, sub is the common and A is the dataset name. So sub ampersand data and supplementary this one ampersand data dot 0. Okay, so here the AE also common, so ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so this is a common, and this one also sub ampersand data dot 0. Okay, so next one is transposing the data, the same data set, to copy it, paste it here and here. Instead of this one, ampersand data dot. Okay, so whenever the data set name is, so I am replacing with the macro variable name, so that whenever we are passing any other data set also, so that will going to replace here. Okay, so ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so we are going to merge ampersand data dot 0 with t underscore supplementary ampersand data dot 0. Okay, after that one, end the macro. So here also ampersand data dot sequence. Okay, so percentage m end, and calling the macro is, what is the macro we are calling? Percentage sdtm underscore sub. Which data set we are calling? So data equal to AE data. So check once again. So here search AGT supplementary data equal to, so data and data. So here the A sequence ampersand data dot sequence, and after that one supplementary domain data sequence, and here also ampersand data sequence. So here the data set name is, finally you can give ampersand data. Okay, so if you want to see the macro debugging options, you can write options mprint, mlogic, and symbol. So whenever you are executing any standard macros or any created macro, just you can write this patch of code, so that you know that the macro debugging options will, any error or warning, any comments are there, so it will show you. So I am passing the AE data set now. So here log showing no errors, no warning. It is perfectly executed. Okay, so if you want to call another any data set, so you can simply call the data set name. So if you want to add the supplementary of DM or AE or SCR, any data set, you can simply calling this one. Okay, so this is fine, but actually the problem when it was occurred, if the supplementary data set was not present for the particular data set, so how can you handle in that cases? Okay, every time we are not going to check, whenever the data is refreshed, we are not going to check whether the data set, supplementary data set are not present. So that is not giving a headache, right? So here if you see the data, CM data set is present, but there is no supplementary CM. In that cases, how do you handle? So this is the actual question for the 36 question. The interview people will ask you. So you can macrotize it to the program. So that is a fine, that is a good thing. But how can you handle if the supplementary data set is not present? How can you handle by using this macro? Okay. So the standard macro you can use for any data set. So that will data set is there and supplementary data set there. Both transposing and merging and giving the data set at the initial step. Okay. So here, for example, if you directly calling the CM data set, okay, without supplementary data set is present. So if you are calling the CM, so log showing some errors. because supplementary data set is not present. So in that cases, how can we handle, I'll show you. Just, changing one thing here. So here the supplementary data set we are picking, right? So from here. So I'm just writing percentage if percentage okay sysfunc and the exist and the data set where are coming from SGTM library and the data set name is supplementary ampersand data means supplement sub payee data set, then do. So this what is this mean, whenever the data set exists, whenever the supplementary data set exists, then only this step will continue. Okay, up to here. Otherwise, so what we do if it is not there, so we just only taking the variables from the SGTM main data set. Okay, so else do. So otherwise what we do, supplementary data set was not available cases, we just setting the main data set. Okay, the percentage 10. Okay, so here no need to merge, just set the main data set if the supplementary data set was not available, so no need to this by state. Okay, so now you can check. First we are running the AE data set. So here AE data set running fine because the condition was met here. So here you can see supplementary data set is present, so it's a true, so that's why the step was executed. If we are running the CM data set, so now also this was executed without errors warning. You can go and check the supplementary condition was false, so that it will go and execute the other step. Okay, so this is the way to create the data set with and without having temporary. So once you done this part, so no need to check again and again when the data was refreshed, whether the supplementary data set present or not. No need to check anytime, just simply you can run your codes, Adam codes. Okay, so this is the efficient SAS programmers work. So other programmers will handle by writing the simple steps, but it is not a good thing. Whenever you are handling, for example, ADSL dataset, so you have to merge so many SGTM dataset to create the ADSL dataset. That time this was very much helpful, and the interview people also focusing how much logics you are using to writing your dynamic code. Okay, fine. And the next question is, so for example, if the data set has no observations, okay, so for example, if we are after applying the main condition, so you are getting 0 observation. So in that cases, how you are going to handle it in the proc report? So how can you generate the report or RTF or PDF with 0 observation? Okay, how to write the dynamic code for that one? So sometimes it may getting the 0 observation, sometimes it may having the observation, because if the data is going to update, so first you have a 0 observation, later you going to having the observation. So how to write the dynamic code for handling both the scenarios? Okay, so 0 observation dataset program. Okay, so now for example, data equal to AE1 set SGTM dot. So for example, the data set AE1 and SGTM dot AE underscore DE. Yeah. Okay. So if you are applying the condition as per your listing or table, so if you are AESR, serious adverse events only, if they are asking. So if you run this one, okay, see. So for example, if as per the listings, okay, as per the listing, so if they are asking only the serious adverse events, so if you filter that condition, getting only the 0 observation. So in that scenario, how can we handle it in the report? Okay. So you have to write the dynamic code here also, because sometimes the observations may present and sometimes the data is going to update. So it was not, the observations are present, may or may not present in the data set. So you have to write the data set. So in future, if the data set is going to update with the serious adverse event, that time you can find the observation. So if you are directly writing the 0 observation proc report, so whenever the observations also present, it will show only 0 observation. So how to write the dynamic code for that one? First, just if they are asking in the listing, for example, two variables. Okay, so AE2, so AE1. Okay, so they are asking only the two variables. For example, Q sub JID and AETA. So they want to list out only these two variables. Okay, if the data is there, so we have to represent these two variables. If the data is not the variable, so if the data is not available at 0 observation, we can report 0 observations in the proc report. Okay, so here AE2. Now just count the observations. How many observations are present, whether it was a 0 or greater than the 0. So for that purpose, so proc SQL, so no print, select count of star means how many observations. So I am giving as a macro variable assignment. So I am giving number of observations. Okay, NBR OBS, I am creating some macro variable name like this from AE2 dataset. Okay, so you can check the macro variable observations by using percentage put NBR underscore OBS. So it will show you how many observations are there in this data set. Okay, if you run and see, so there is a how many observations here showing 0 observations. So we have to just convert into the macro variable how many observations. If the observations are present in this data after this filter, so it will give how many observations are present. Okay, number of observations. So after that one, you can macrotize the program. Okay, so percentage macro. So macro name is no OBS. Okay, number of observations like that. So I can give this like this. So after that one, percentage if, for example, percentage if this macro variable means this macro variable. Okay, so it is a equal to 0. Number of observations is equal to 0. Percentage then percentage 2. Okay, simply we can create one simple data set. Okay, so dummy. Okay, the text is how to display the text without observations, no observation. Just create a dummy data set and simply write the simple proc report. Okay, data equal to this dummy, and the column variable is text, and define the text Okay, so without any label, so just run. Okay, so whenever the number of observation macro variable is equal to 0, this was executed. In case if the observations are present in your data set, so that time what happened, this one, if it is a greater than 0, okay, so that time you can write your actual proc report. Okay, so how to write the proc report? So proc report data equal to the same thing AE2. Okay, you can mention all the variables like split character equal to something like this one, no windows, and headline, head skip. So what are the variables are there in the proc report, you can mention. Okay, so after that one you can mention the column variables. So what are the column variable? So user, US, UBJID, and AETA. Okay, so in the listing, if they are asking only two variables, so I am displaying this one. I define these two variables. User JID, order or group. So the label, subject number. Okay. So style column equal to. So you can give the justification equal to left alignment or right alignment, and you can give some cell width to this variable. Cell width to some 9% or 10%. If you are mentioning inches, you can mention the inches also. Okay, so the same way you can define this A term also. So adverse event, thank you, some 20%. Okay, just run this one and percentage end this one. Okay, so after that one, give the MEND. Okay, and calling that macro. So what is the macro variable? NOBS, right? So simply you can call this macro. So you can give the, whenever any outputs are open, so you can close all the ODS underscore or close. So it will close all the outputs which are already open. Okay. So number of observation. So if you run this one, see output showing no observations. So you can see no observations. Okay. So this is the, if the observations are not there, so you can get it this one. So for example, if the observations are present, so instead of ADAE, so we already created this AE dataset, right? So if you are running this with AE dataset, okay, so we can see. So now if you run this one and see, number of observations are 20. So if the data was updated like this, so what happened? So you are getting the code. So you can see. So this is the listing we are getting. So we are not changing anything. So if the data was updated, automatically it will take. If the observations are there, this was executing. If the 0 observations are there, so automatically it will count the observation count and it will execute the particular section. So in this way, we have to write our dynamic code. So for example, if you are writing any proc report, just imagine. So now it is a 0 observation. In future, the data may going to update. Now it is some data is there. Future they may or may not present as per data. So we have to write in that way, we have to think in that way and write the dynamic code. Okay, so interview people may focus on this dynamic code because every programmer is writing programming, but whoever writing the efficient code, so the interviewer may get chance to pick those type of candidates. Okay, so this is done, 2 questions done. And the 38th question is the next question number, how to apply the imputation rule. Imputation rule. So you have to write the dynamic code for this imputation rules also, because whenever the data is refreshing, that time sometimes you may get the partial dates and sometimes impartial dates you have seen in your data. So how to handle that one? So the statistician clearly mentioned the rules and regulations how to handle the imputation rules in the SAP document. As per that one, we have to write our code, and we are not looking the data, we have to write the code as per the SAP. After that one, we can check with the data whether it was populated in the right way or not, because if the present data is having no partial date, but in future you may get the partial dates, right? So for that purpose you have to write the dynamic code. I'll show you how to write the dynamic code. So what is the complete date? So here they are, if they are asking only the date part imputation. So if you see the SAP document, they will mention like this: if missing day, how can we handle? If the missing day and month, how to handle? If the missing day or month and year, how to handle? They will written in the SAP document. Based upon this document, we have to write our code. So the first one, so I am giving as a data some ADAE1. Okay, so set AE1. So I am keeping the only few variables here. So we are going to handle the adverse event start date and adverse event end date. So just I am running and see. So you can directly take the ADTM AE dataset also. So in the ADA dataset, you can see each and every subject, the treatment start date and treatment end date, and this is the AE tab. And here you can see the AE start date. Some this having only the year, and this having a year and month, and day is missing, and this has completed. Okay, so in this scenario and in this scenario, how to handle and how to impute the date and what are the variables we need to create in the ADAM level. So here end date also some other partial dates are available. So how to handle this partial date dynamically means how to write the code, dynamic code for all these things. Okay, so first what we do is input dates. Okay, so first you have to separate it out into 3 parts. One is year part, one is month part, another one is date part. Okay, so if length of this AE STDTC so greater than or equal to 10 means if it is a complete date, year part is present, month part is present, as well as day part also present. So in that case, so separate it out in the 3 parts. First one is AEST year part. Okay, so year part I am stripping the and subtracting the AESTDTC number 1, 4. So if it is containing the time part also, so we can use this one, because if the time part is present for the particular adverse event, so AESTDTC containing both the date and time part, even though we are picking from the first word to fourth word. Fourth letter means only 4 letter, that is year part. Okay, year part is separated and assigned to AESTYY year part and AEST month part. Okay, so month part, for example, the date is like this 2020. So for example, 5th month and date 10. So we are picking only 4-letter words to assign to this year, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the 6 to 2 letters we have assigned to the month part. Okay, from the starting position is 6, and how many letters you have to read? 2 letters, means 2 digits or 2 letters. Okay, so the next one AEST, the date part. Okay, so the date part from the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9th position to 2 letters. Okay, so this is the way to separate it out the all 3 categories. Okay, so after that one, so if it is a partial date, for example 2020, if there is only 5, in that cases, okay, so just give this one and write this one. What is this length? 4, 2 and 1 dash, total 7. So if it is equal to 7, okay, so that time this should be the date part should be the missing. Okay, only the year part and month part is present. So after that one, only the year part is present, means only the 2020 is present. Okay, AESTDT scala only 2020 is present. In that cases, if it is only the 4, so that time this month part also we can give as a missing. Okay, so we are separated out the AESTDTC, okay, into 3 parts. Okay, just run and check. In the log, no errors and warnings. In the ADA1, so here you can see just I am keeping only the AESTTTC and the 3 newly created variable AESTDY. So here you can see I am divided into 3 parts: 2019, 5th month and 20 day. This is a year part, this is a month part, and this is a date part. Only the year is present, only the year YY only present. MM and DD was missing. In case this one 2019 month and this one. Okay, so all these variables are in a character format. Okay, so after that one, do the same thing for AE and DTC also. We are going to handle the adverse event start date as well as adverse event end date imputations also, right? So the same code I am copying here. Here input date for end date. So here instead of AESTDTC, we can give AEENDTC, right? So AEENDTC. Okay, if it is AENDTC is a complete date, so you can give AENDY. So instead of ST, so I am giving EN. So AEN, EN, 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 and EN. Okay, so instead of AESTDTC, we can give the AENDTC, AENDTC, AEN. Whenever the AESTDTC we use, so in that place we can replace with AENDTC. Okay, fine. And now just run this one. Meters and varnish. And just check the data set. AENDTC, year, month, and date part. Okay. So whenever the date is there, so it was split into year part, month part, and day part. So everything is fine. Okay. So up to now we divided the three parts for AESTDTC and AENDTC. So if you read carefully the logic, if it is in a partial date, contain a different month, date of first study dose. So first study dose or treatment start date. So where we get, so we have a treatment start date and treatment end date variables are there, right? So for that purpose, so I'm creating. So there is no imputation rules we are going to do for the treatment start date and treatment end date. So because they are standard variables, most of the times they are fixed up. So here they are asking first study dose. If anything was missing, so you can take the reference from the treatment start date only. So treatment start date are sometimes they may ask you randomization date, sometimes they may ask you ICF date. So which dates are complete dates? So we can replace the date to here. So here treatment start date. So TRT HGTC. Okay, TRT HGTC equal to, so I'm creating, so I just, we have a TRT HGT numeric variable out there, so I just converted them into character variable TRT HGT comma YYMM DD 10. Okay, so I'm converting it into this one, and as well as I just divided that also into three parts. Okay, so if length of TRT HGTC equal to 10, then do TR ST YY. So TRT YY. So the same way we can, how we are handling here. So here also I am dividing three parts for TRT SGT also. So TR ST YY, and this is the month part, and this is the day part. Okay, so TRT SGT. So for this purpose I created a character variable. After that one I divided into three parts: year part, month part, and day part of this treatment started. Okay, so the same way I'm going to do for TRT treatment end also. TRT EDTC equal to strip of okay, fine, and the same way you can handle here also. TRT EDTC equal to, so there is no partial dates are present for the treatment start date or treatment end date. So if there is partial date is present for treatment start date and treatment end date, that is invalid, and you can raise your query to your CDF department. Okay. So TR EN YY, so TR EN month 1 and TR EN DD. So if you have any partial dates present for treatment also, the client will alternate option like if it is a missing, which date you have to consider, either randomization date, either ICF date, so they will suggest you if the treatment date is missing. Okay, here up to now what we did, so we have picked up AESTDTC and AENDTC divided into three parts: year part, month part, and day part, and treatment start date also three parts, and treatment end date also three parts. So up to now we have divided all the dates into three parts, right? So here you can see this is the year part, month part, and day part of AE started, year part, month part, day part of AE and DTC. Treatment start year, start month, start date, and treatment end year, end month, and end date. So whenever the dates are there, so TRT EDTC is not converting. EDT, right? Now we can see TRT EDT also popular. So we have done the first step, and now we are going to see the conditions one by one, what they mentioned in the SAP. Okay, the first condition is ASTDT is having this type of data. Okay, means only the year part is present, month part is present, the day part is missing. So here you can see the missing day. So how to handle this missing day? What the rule they mentioned? If the partial date contains a different month from the date of first study dose, then impute it as the first day of month. Okay. So as per this one, if missing of the AESTDD means the date part of AESTDT is missing, means the date part is missing, only month part and year part is present, right? And C miss of this AEST year is present. Okay, AEST month is present. Here month and year both are present, and this day part is missing, only the day part is missing, and month part and year part both are present. Then do what they are asking, if partial date contain different month, if it is a different month. So for example, this is a AESTDTC and the treatment start date is, for example, 2020, and 6th month, no, 6th month means, for example, 4th month, 15th day. Okay, this is the treatment start date and this is the AE start date. AE start date I don't have any day part. So if it is a, first we have to check day is missing. So next we have to cross comparing with month part to this month part. Okay, treatment month part to this AE started month part. Okay, so if the AE start day month part is equal to TRST month part. Okay, so the month part is equal to this month part, then the AEST, the day up the time, the day is TRSTDD. So we have to replace this day part to here. So automatically it was, if it is a month is equal only. So if it is a 5th month, even if it is a 5th, so that time we have to replace this 15 month there to here. Okay, so if not, if the month is not equal to that month, okay, so else if AEST month not equal to TRST month, then what we do is AEST DD equal to 01. The first day of month we have to put. Okay, so that rule only they are giving. If you see carefully, if the partial date containing a different month from the date of first study dose, then impute it as the first day of the month. So if it is a different month, then only we have to replace this first month. If it is the same, we can take the date part from the treatment start date and we can replace it. Okay, so that time the flag should be AST AEST DTF equal to D. Nothing but we are replacing the day part. The D nothing but we are replacing the day part. Okay, so you can see this variable is the Adam standards, and that variable has to be populated whenever the imputation was done. So whenever the imputation was done, so we have to populate the STDTF flags we have to present. So if it is mentioning D nothing but we are replacing the only the date part. If it is containing year part, month part is present, so we are replacing the date part. It indicates it is showing that date was replacing and date was imputing. Okay, so and next else if we miss up this day and month equal to missing, so AEST DT comma AEST month equal to 2 and not missing AEST year part. Only the here the condition is like this 2020. Only the year part is present. There is no month part and there is no day part. So the day part and month part both are missing. Okay, only the year part is present. In that cases, so that time we need to check the year parts of the treatment started with this one. So the treatment, for example, treatment start date is 2020 and 5th of 10th. So there is no month part and day part, right? So only the year part is present. So that year part we have to cross comparing with our treatment start date year part. So both the years are same. So AEST, AE started year equal to the TR year. Okay, both the years are same. In that cases, the month AEST DTC month is missing, right? So the missing month we have to take from the treatment month. So the day AEST day equal to, so TRST day. Okay, so that time this flag should be M, because we are replacing the not only the day, month also we are replacing. So majority, the main part is month, right? So month and day is replacing means in that cases the flag should be M. Okay, here replacing the month as well as day, right? So replacing the M. For example, that condition you can see if the missing day and month, both the missing day and month, if they're there, so if the partial date containing different year from the date of, then impute the missing day and December 31st. So if it is the same, we can take from the month and year part from the treatment started. If it is not same cases, okay. So for example, this year was not similar to this one. For example, this was happened in 2021. Okay. So if it is a 2020, so this is not equal. So in that cases, not equal cases. So as per the rule, so the month should be 12th month and the day should be 31st. Okay. So this is what they expecting. Okay. In that case, so if the only the year is present, month and day is missing, in that cases, if it is a year part is similar to the treatment start date year, so we have to replace the same month and day from the treatment start date. If it is not equal, so 31st of December you have to put. Okay. This is the next scenario. And the next scenario is if the complete day is missing. So there is no year part, there is no month part, there is no day part. So directly assign the date of study started. When the study started, directly you can replace. So in that cases, elif see miss of all the misses like a year part is missing, month part is missing, and day part is missing. Okay, then do you can assign treatment start month to month and treatment day is day and AEST year equal to TRST year. So fine. So let's check whether all are populated in the right way or not. Well, there are some errors. So I have forgot to mention and here. So now you can see error and law warnings are clear. So after that one, we just check with whether we have populated right way or not. So what we need to treatment start date is for the ASTDTC and the year part, month part, and day part. Okay, so here you can see 2019 is the partial date. So 2019 and here the 19. So here we are replacing the fifth month of treatment started. Okay, the complete day missing. So we are replacing 2019 5 and 8. So as it is the treatment started, we are divided into 3%, replace here. Now everything fine. Now we can create one character variable and convert them into numeric variable. Okay. So after imputation was done, so AEST DTC equal to, so initially it is a AEST DTC is a SGTM variable. Now we created the other variable AST DTC. Okay, so cat x of dash of strip of the year part comma strip of the month part and strip of the day part. And after that one, create the numeric version variable as per Adam standard. ASTDT must be non-missing values. Like after imputation we are doing right. So ASTDTC comma YYMMDD tender. So now you can check whether all the imputation was done properly or not. So TRT, SGT and ASTDTC and ASTDT and ASTDT. Okay. So now you can see, for example, this partial date is there. 2019 is the ASTDTC coming from the SGTM variable. So it is a partial. Now we are created ASTDTC is the inputted with the values and created the completed. So here also you can see here my day part is missing. The day part we can take it from the treatment started as per the rule which was applied, that one. So here there are so many partial date, but our as per after completion of the imputation rules, so we are creating the complete dates. Okay, and created the ASTDT numeric version variable. So this is the main difference for the SGTM and ADAM derived variables. So the derived variables we are not a chance to handle in the SGTM data sets. We have to do all the imputation rules in the ADAM level itself. Okay, so up to now ASTDTC rule was done. So whenever we are replacing everything like year part and this one, so that time we have to give a flag is Y, because we are replacing year part, month part and day part, right? So only the month part and day part we are replacing is M. Only the day part is replacing, the flag should be D. That rule was you can see in the ADAM implementation guide rule. So here you can see the rule. So whenever you are replacing, not replacing, blank. Whenever replacing the day part, D. Whenever replacing the month part, M. So whenever replacing the month as well as day, month. Only replacing the month also M. So only the year also Y. Complete also Y. So in these cases, so DMY populated. Okay. So after that one, we are going to handle the end date missing values. So up to now we seen the AE started missing values, right? So whenever we have a partial dates present for AE and DTC, how to handle those? Okay. So first, for example, the same way, if it is only the day is missing, so you can see the rules here, AE and DTC cases. So if it contains same month and date, first day is so inputted. If it contains the same year, so doing the same thing. So this rule was already applied. So in case of end date missing, so as in the last date of month, as in the December 31st, as in the day is missing, complete day is as well. Okay. So if only the day is missing, so we already cut it into three parts like AEN underscore D is. Only the day is missing and year part is present and month part is present. So present in the cell will get the 0, missing itself it will give the variable numbers, how many variables you are using. So then do en underscore, I am creating one temporary variable here, temp1. So that should be no input of, okay, so cat x of so dash comma this strip of this variable AEN year part comma strip of AEN comma month part comma 0. YYMMDD delta. So check how many open brackets, 1, 2, after catex, so open and close bracket and open and close bracket, and 0 1 and only 1. Okay, what does this mean? Just whenever we have a partial date of AE and it is, for example, 2020, so 5th month, whenever we have a missing day, so in that cases, first we have to give a complete date. So by adding the 01 date. Okay, first you can add the 01 date and make it a complete date. Okay, so make it a complete date. So by using catex function, so the year part and month part concatenate with the dash and adding the 01. Okay, so adding the 01 so that we can get a temporary complete date. So after that one, the temporary to data set is, so strip of the function is int nx function. So in that we are going to get the last day of month, right? So month comma AE en, the temporary date, temporary variable tmp1 comma 0 comma end. So end closing bracket, after that one dd tender. So what we do is, as per the SAP plan, assign the last day of the month. So some programmers, what they do is just creating the January, February formats and applying the leaf years, etc. They do. This is a simple int nx function we can use. So by using month of end day. So for this function we need a complete date. So for that purpose we are giving the first day of the partial day month, and we can use this information to int nx function so that this month, this 5th month last date automatically was captured into this AEEN temporary to data set, temporary variable. Okay, 1 2 open 3 closing bracket, 1 2 3 closing bracket. Okay, so now what it containing means AEND temporary to variable containing complete date, right? So that should be now, for example, this was the temporary date, temporary variable, and now 2020 and 5 and May is 31st. So this TMP2 variable getting like this because we are giving this 5th month last date by using intns function. So we are taking this part. So the date part we are taking and assign to the AEEN DD strip of substr function AEEN this TMP2 comma, we are only picking the day part 9 comma 2. Okay, so the flag, the same flag we can use. This is the start day flag. So the end day flag is AEEND TF. The flag is, so we are replacing what? Date. So date. And this. Okay, so only the day part is missing. We have to create one temporary variable with complete date by adding the 01. After that one, the temporary variable we have to pass into the intnx function. In the temporary variable containing the month, the last date we are creating, and that last day we are assigned to the AENDDY variable. Okay, so where the missing value there, that value we can adding to here. So this is the first thing, and the next thing is if the month and day both are missing, means only 2000 20 is present. So in that cases, only a end date having only the year part is present, month and day part is missing. So that time C miss DD, comma AE, EN month. Both are missing and only the year part is present. Then do the day is 31st and month is December and the flag is month, because what they are giving here, the missing day and month both are missing, assign directly December 31st. We are assigning directly the December 31st here. Okay. If complete missing, like the day part, month part, both, everything is missing. Else, if see miss up, date part is missing, month part is missing, and year part also missing. Okay, everything is missing. Then do, so what they do is they assign the end date is missing, assign the end of study day. So like here, everything missing, the treatment related, everything was we are going to copy. So end day, end year, and end month, and end day. So here AE, EN year, and EN month, and EN date, EN DTA. Okay. Once we done, we are going to create like AEST DTC we created, right? So the same way we are going to do the AEN DTC also. AEN DTC. Carefully you can listen, not AEN DTC. AEN DTC is the SGTM variable. AEN DTC is the ADAM variable. EN DTC. The catex of year part, month part, and day part. Okay. So AEN DT equal to AEN DTC and this one. Okay. So run and check. Only the TRTEDT, and I am putting AEN DTC and putting AEN DTC. So you can see wherever the missing, the treatment date was populated. Whenever it was partial also, we handle as per the rules, whether it is the 31st, whether it is the last date. So we are handling AEN DTC the SGTM variable, AEN DTC is the our ADAM variable. ADAM variable containing complete date, so that we can use that into mathematical value. So in imputation rules, all we handle. So how, where I know if the data is coming in any shape, any way also, we have already written all the rules. So imputation rules, A is the complex imputation rule. So I just written that one also. So you can see CM imputation rules, MS imputation rules. That was so easy if you understand this one. So as it is, you can code, you can use for MHR, CM, or any other BDS or any other data set if they mention the imputation rules. So they clearly mentioned if the day is missing, where we have to pick the day part or month part or year part, all the rules and regulations mentioned in the SAP. So you can follow that one. So this is the 38th question, and the 39th question is treatment emergent adverse event flag, TRT EMFL. So our next question is question number 39. So how to write the programming for the treatment emergent adverse event? If you see the treatment emergent flag, the definition they are showing in the SAP document. So treatment emergent adverse events and non-TEAs, those occurring prior to the administration of study medication, are those first occurred prior to the study drug administration and did not worsen in frequency or severity as be listed. So if you see carefully, so most of the programmers what they do is understanding. So they will handle only the first case. So and they don't know how to handle the second scenario. So here you can see the treatment emergent AEs is those occurring prior to the administration of study medication, or those first occurred prior to the study drug and it did not worsen cases. Also we can consider as it is a treatment emergent flag. How to write this code? Okay, so up to now we created ADAE, so we can start this one. So data ADAE2 set ADAE1. Okay, the first condition itself showing if it is non-missing of the ASTDT. Just now we created the complete date of adverse event started at ASTDT and TRT SGT, treatment started, both are numeric, and treatment ended. So what are the variables I am using? All the variables are in a numeric format, because mathematical calculation and any derivation we use the numeric version variables. Okay, so and everything is non-missing, and this treatment started should be this adverse event started should be present between the treatment start and treatment end. Okay, this adverse event started should be present between the treatment start date and treatment end date. So as per the criteria, if they are adding some plus 30 also you can add. So the adverse event start date above or on the day or above the treatment start date, and it was below the treatment end date plus 30. For example, today is the treatment end date, so adding the 30 days. So adding the 30 days before also, after also each start dates are occur, we can consider that as treatment emergent AE. So TRT EMFL equal to 1. Okay. So else if, for example, if the end date is missing, TRT EDT missing. Okay, and the start date, adverse event start date is present and treatment start date also present. Okay, and this treatment start date greater than or equal to, means the adverse event start date greater than or equal to this treatment start date, then also we can consider the TRT EMFL equal to 1. Just I am running and will check. So now we can see so these many adverse event has treatment emergent adverse events. Okay, some are missing. So we need to check the first condition was done. So every programmer has written in this way only. So treatment emergent is non-treatment emergent. Those occurring prior to administration or study medication, those occurring are those first occurred prior to the study drug and did not the worsen in the frequency or severity. Okay, so adverse event is happening between the treatment start date and 30 days of treatment end date. Also we can consider as a treatment emergent AE. Otherwise, the adverse event is start date greater than treatment start date. In which cases end date is not present, in that cases adverse event start date is greater than the treatment start date. So also we can consider treatment emergent. Treatment emergent nothing but that is emerged from the treatment. By using the treatment only, we can assume that this adverse event has happened. So the first condition is done. So how to write the second case code, like if it is occurred before the treatment and whether it is getting worsen or not. So first the headache is mild before taking the treatment. Okay, so after the taking the treatment, the headache was moderate or severe. So the frequency was increasing. In that cases, these adverse event also we can call it as treatment emergency. So how to write programming for that one? So most of the programmers are facing challenges for this one. So I'll write the code and show you. Okay, so I'm creating some ADAE3 data set ADAE2 data set. Okay, so what is the condition? The adverse event which are present before the treatment. Okay, so AE, the adverse event started less than the TRT SGT. Okay, and I'm creating. So if you see here, so how can we figure it out whether the intensity was increasing and decreasing? So we have a variables present. So AESCV and AESCVN. So we have see here. So there is a severity. It is a mild and the numeric version of this mild. Mild is we have given 1, moderate 2, severe means 3. So here these are the adverse events are present before taking the treatment. Okay. So now all the severities are 1. So now what we do is create the one new variable. So AESC V underscore L. Okay, so I'm creating and I'm assuming AESC V N. Okay, keeping the variable which are required. So subject is required and AE term is required and this new variable AESC V underscore L variable. Okay, so after that one just sort the data set by subject wise, AE term wise. Okay, so the same way you have to sort the data set of ADAE2 by subject wise and AE term wise. Okay, so now you can mark the data set ADAE4, marching the ADAE3 and ADAE2. Okay, so by subject wise and AE term wise. Okay, here what we do is, so generally we have to pick the last record. For example, if before taking the treatment, so there are so many adverse events are present. For example, vomiting is there. So vomiting happened before taking the treatment 5 times. So 5 times means the last record only having the end date missing. Remaining all the 4 records before this one, so all the having a start date and a end date. So we can ignore that one. Which one is the last one? So that only we have to pick here. Okay, so here you can mention the condition also. AE ENDTC equal to missing. So you need to check whether your data in this format or not. So here our data, we don't have anything like this. So I'm commenting this one. So you need to check this condition also. It is less than and a end date should be missing. So that that adverse event only the severity we are going to check. For example, 4 vomiting adverse events are there before taking the treatment. All the first three one having AESTDTC and ANDTC, and the 4th record only you can find the AE entity is missing. If AE entity is present, so that adverse event was already ended. So no need to check that type of adverse event, whether it is a treatment emergent or not. Okay. So you need to check this one, and after merging this one, so ADAE4 data set, filtering this is the one. So here you can see these are the adverse events which are there in the prior to the treatment. So here blood bilirubin increase has a 2 times for this subject, third subject. Okay. So the first subject, the second record already having the treatment emergent AE. So now if you see the severity cases, so what is the severity of the first? Mild, and it was increasing to the moderate. So we can consider this first record also treatment emergent adverse event. Okay, so this mild is increasing to the moderate. So this mild was happened before taking the treatment, and it was going as a moderate. So as per this one is a mild, two is the moderate, right? So one is a mild, two is the moderate. So as per the definition, what it's saying, so it was there in a before taking the treatment, the adverse event, and it was increasing the severity, mild to moderate cases, 1 to 2. So how can write the programming for this one? So simple. So data ADAE 5 set ADAE 4. So the severity. So actual severity is AESEVN greater than. So we created AESEV underscore L, right? So and AESEV underscore L not equal to missing records only, which is shown here. Okay. So just run and see. So ADAE5 has only, you can see the ADAE5 as an one observation. Only this adverse event was there in the prior to the treatment as well as after the treatment, and the severity was changing. So we have to consider this also treatment emergent AE. So for that purpose, I creating one more variable AE SEV underscore L2 equal to, I am giving as a Y. Okay. So again, just keep the variable subject wise and AE term wise, and this AESEV underscore L2 variable. Okay. So again remerge to the our main data set. So data ADAE 6 merge ADAE 4. Okay. So in equal to A and ADAE 5 in equal to B by U sub JID and AE term. So if for example this flag is present, okay, this flag is present, means not equal to missing, and already we created treatment emergent A, right? So that is missing. Okay, then do that flag equal to Y. So we have to consider this type of adverse events also as a treatment emergent adverse event. So otherwise we may lose this information. Okay. So now ADAE6 help. So we need to check whether that adverse event is populated or not. So subject number 3, right? Subject number 3, this case. So subject number 3, this adverse event. These are the 2 adverse events, right? So now the treatment emergent was populated for this record also. Okay. So before that one we don't have this one. So now we are having this also. Okay. So that was there in a prior to the treatment, even though the severity was increasing. So that's why we are adding the adverse event to this one. Okay. In this way, the treatment emergent adverse event flag was derived. So as per the SAP, it was mentioned the rule like this. If it is not like this, the severity, if they are not considering, means directly the first step is find to handle the cases. So this was the up to here, this was a fine. Okay, if the SAP saying the severity increasing also we can consider the treatment emergent, then only we can write all this code. And the 40th question. As per you, some of our subscriber only ask this question. So what is the proc print to? Okay, proc print to related question. So whenever you have to export your log or export your output, so .lst file you have to write the proc print to. So proc print to nothing but, so just you can mention the at the starting position of the which log you want to print. So we are running this one, right? So all this program. So what we do is, so at the insert step itself you can write the proc print to. So from here onwards we are want to print the log. Okay, so first you can mention the file name. So for example, this file name is AE file name. So you can give the path. So you can give some XX path where you have to send your this log. So give this particular log name. So log name. So if you want to export LST file, you can give the LST file. Okay. So after that one, you can mention the proc print to. Okay. So proc print to and log equal to the particular name. So the name is AE and just run. After that one, you can call whenever you want to end. So here if you want to print up to log here. So after that one, at the end of the place also, at the end of the position also, you have to give the proc print to. So log equal to, so what the name we have given, AE. So run. So this log was printed and send the particular path where path was mentioned. So this path was mentioned and this file log file was created. If you want to create the LST files also, .lst file, and you can call the proc print to. So this is the proc print to use. Proc print to use to export the log file or LST files in a specified location. Okay, so proc import procedure is importing something, Excel sheets or anything from into SAS dataset. So proc print is used to export the LST files and log files to some external location. Okay.